The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. A well-placed hook. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement with left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
A swing and a miss with the right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that lap. And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Fighter will say no mas. Throws the jab and doesn't score. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice straight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Let's see who can establish the jab, the most fundamental punch in the game. Everything works off the jab. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, there's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
He blocks that counter. Don't want to trade shots. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he's got this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. To put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. So much, hold that thought. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali. This is the beginning of round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Hook misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout. Round 7, here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. And there's the bell for round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice defense with that jab. This fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. He can't block that right cross. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This could be...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a man.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Tried to score with a jab. Hold that thought. Roy Jones Jr. Oh, my word. Down goes RJJ. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I need to see that again.
What a tough way to lose it by split decision.
A split decision? How one-sided does it have?